Hello, and welcome to another edition of Sports Card ASMR. I'm the Sports Card Doctor, and boy howdy, am I happy that you decided to skedaddle in this direction for another episode of the channel that combines sports card nostalgia and ASMR relaxation. Ooh, squishing it together like the middle of a Taco Bell burrito. But what comes out on the other side is rest and relaxation. I'm happy to be here with you today. In fact, so happy. Before we get to some water, I'd like you to consider subscribing to the channel. Help become part of the slowest growing ASMR channel in the history of the art form. We're slowly, 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 slowly growing this channel. Thanks again to all of you who helped us get over 1,000 subs. We, of course, are going to clean our workspace. It's very important. To clean and wipe down your workspace. You never know how many donuts you ate at this table during the week. You lose count. You forget. It's like I got a little leak. Don't we all? Just getting settled in today. It's been a long week. How are you doing? Sports card doctors. Okay. All right. So, for today's, I just cleaned this. How was there a crumb on there? Where wonders never cease. All right. I'm delayed because we got a different one here today. What are we going to do today? Well, let's take this box, 1991 Topps, 40th anniversary, which is weird because pretty soon we'll be at 40 years from this box. We're already over 30. Wow. Time, kids. Don't stop and think about time. This box has been a mainstay of this channel. We just recently said goodbye to our 1987 box of Topps. I've had this 1991 box of Topps for a very long time. I don't even remember where I picked it up. It might have been one of those days in the mid-2000s where you and your friends are sitting around your living room watching Survivor, grilling out, and one of you says, "Hey, remember 1991 Topps?" And you're like, "Yeah, that was my favorite year." It wasn't. And then you end up buying it online. And then you have it in your closet for decades, really, until you start an ASMR channel based around sports cards so you can slowly get rid of the cards taking up space in your closet. But then you start to really love doing the channel, and you kind of don't want to get rid of it anymore. But we're getting close to that time. I once repaired this box of cards. You can check that out if you'd like, that video. We've used it to draft teams, which I'm not going to be able to do as easily if I get rid of these packs of cards that I have in bulk. But anyways, I digress. Who is on the back of this box? Alfredo Griffin. Who doesn't want a bonus Alfredo Griffin? Dewey Evans, Pudge Fisk, and The greatest, Rick Anderson. It's a good Ricky. Alright, 1991 tops. Here's what we're going to do today. How many packs are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to take 4 packs. Including this ripped one. 4 packs. 4 packs of cards. And we're going to open these up, do a little crinkling, a little ripping, a little pack breaking. And then we're going to have fun, not drafting a team, but ranking players from 1991. And I'll display them all here. Does that sound good? Well, I'm glad you agree. Let's get to some crinkling. 1991 Topps does have some gum, so we'll do some gum cracking. I believe in 92, but definitely by 93. Topps. It's amazing, but Topps stopped putting gum in their cards. Some packs here. That rip is pretty nasty. In fact, look, you can see this is a damaged pack of cards here. See that? This bend. This must have been stepped on. Used as a weapon in a defense situation with like a home invasion robbery. I don't know. Hopefully there's no really expensive cards in there. Let's see what we got. Well, we got ourselves a Craig Bijou. Luckily I have several of these. I mean, this is... I thought there's just the pack was ripped. Jeffrey Hack Leonard. I can't have a Calvin Schiraldi injured. I can't have that card broken. A damaged Mike Pagliarulo on the Padres. What are we doing? What is life even worth living now? I don't know. Scott Erickson. It's probably Scott. I think it's a Scott Erickson rookie card. Ruined. Matty No-Noaks. Mainstay of the 1991 Yankees. And then 90 Yankees, one of the worst teams ever. Melito Perez, who would go on to become a quote-unquote ace for the Yankees. Chet Lemon. It's about the best there. Oh, innings eater Jeff Robinson. Forgot he played for my Yankees for a bit there. Dave Gallagher. Mark Lemke. Final out of the 1996 World Series, Mark Lemke. A record breaker. This is my Adam Peterson and his mustache. You telling me these cards? Look at these cards. I do not know what happened here. Horrendous. make do. Sorry, folks, that got bad fast. Mystery. It's like a true crime mystery. Coming to Netflix soon. Who Bent the Pack? A Netflix original series. Okay. Don't worry, we'll do some gum cracking here. Okay, who do we got? Doug DeCenzo. Good card there. Love that one. A record breaker from George Brett. He won the batting title. George Brett becomes first player to win batting championships in 3 decades. Quite an impressive feat for an old man, who I think I am now about 10 or 11 years older than he was at the time of this card. Jim Gantner, Kurt Young, Eric Davis. There's my guy, Eric Davis, one of my all-time favorites. Glad that card was in good shape. Bill Long, Dave West, former Met prospect. Tim Tuffle, technically 2 Tuffles on this card because he was the infielder on the DeCenzo card. Jack Doherty, Alejandro Pena as a Met. Greg Briley, Howard Johnson, Hojo, look at that. Andy Bennis. At the time, this Bennis was a pretty good card to have, up-and-coming pitcher. Roger Craig, paying his respects to the card damage from earlier. And Glenn Wilson. Hey Glenn, pretend like you're catching a pop fly. We'll take a picture. Okay. Okay. Interesting here. Do some fast crinkles for you. Rapid crinkles. Don't say I have any. Don't say I don't have any new ideas for you. Okay. It went so fast I forgot how to speak. Okay. What do we got here? What do we got here? Tom Henke, believe it or not, one of the more elite players at the time. John Russell, believe it or not, not. Jeff Brantley. Kirby, there's Kirby, the late great Kirby Puckett. Joe Baver. Checklist. Yes. Darren Fletcher. Jerry Don Gleaton. Jerry, what are we going to do with those pants? They're PE coach level high. What are we doing here? You teaching a health class after the 3rd inning? Is this a joke, Jerry? It's got to be a joke card. Someone dared Jerry to do this. Hey, Jerry, pull your pants about 1 foot above your junk for that card photo. All right, I'm Jerry Don Gleaton. I do what I'm told. Walt Terham, Mike Harkey, Jeff Torborg. There's one of the staples of baseball in the early 90s manager scene. His son Dale Torborg would go on to be one of the worst pro wrestlers in terms of characters. Dale Torborg wasn't necessarily a bad wrestler. Mike Lacasse. Hector Villanueva. Forgot about Hector Villanueva. All right. Marty Barrett and Alvin Davis. A solid player, Alvin Davis, but look at that gum stain, which also was one of the reasons Topps got rid of their gum, because collectors were like, hey man, Topps, we really want Alvin Davis, but now it looks like you dropped him in the swamps on Dagobah and Yoda didn't help him out. Oh man, alright. Marty Barrett. That's a good Marty Barrett card right there. Alright, final pack, and then we're going to rank. I don't even know how this is going to go. Okay. Broken stick of gum there. Alright, Gary Wayne. Dennis Cook. Dennis Cook's a face that needs a mustache. Maybe a goatee. Dave Rode. God, this was truly not just the junk wax era for cards, but for baseball. Nelson Liriano, former Blue Jay. Kevin Wickander. Kevin Romine. Mark Davidson. I mean, we were letting these players into the big leagues. Jamie Navarro. Hey, there's a Hall of Famer. Eddie Murray. Good card. Good card. Jim Leyritz. Hey, look, I like Leyritz. He and all 15 of his jaws, but this is not a great pack of cards. Glenn Allen Hill, good up-and-comer at the time. Trevor Wilson. Brady Anderson, but this is before he ate all his Wheaties and could hit balls out of the infield. Shane Mack, that is a great card. You know what? I like this Mack. That's a good card. And Ruben Sierra. Not a bad card, but again, the gum stain. 2 packs in a row. That perhaps the best card in the pack in terms of players and their stature. Ruined by gum. Speaking of gum, let's do some gum cracking. Good. Good cracks, not moist. We don't like moist gum around here. Oh, broke that in 2. I feel as strong as Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Right. Into the trash receptacle you go. I don't know if that's relaxing, but it definitely covered my hands in gum dust. All right, here we go. So let's go back to the beginning here. Try to squish down the broken pack here. First, let me clear these. All right, we are gonna go through these packs. So, what we're going to do, we are going to rank the baseball players in this pack. We're going to do it in a general sense. We're going to do tiers of players based on 1991 rankings. Obviously, we got a Hall of Fame caliber player here, but 1991, not a lot of people thought of Craig Biggio like that. He was still a catcher, learning to find his place in the bigs. But we're going to put him in a mid-second tier. We're going to put Leonard in there as well. 4th tier. These are players down here who are a little less effective now. 3rd tier. 3rd tier. Scott Erickson. Look, he had a good season. First season in 1990, half a season, but his rookie year, he would win 20 games soon enough. I think there's some potential, so I think we're still going to put him up here. Matt Noakes, sadly, down here. Melito Perez, down here. Chet Lemon, definitely down here. strikers. You know, if you get a thick pin, you want that there. Ken Howe, Luis Aquino, Adam Peterson is even going to be farther down. Doug DeCenso, George Brett record breaker, Jim Gantner. Look at this is 1982, a different story. Kurt Young. Now there we go. Eric Davis is going to be in the superstar tier. Bill Long, Dave West, Tim Tuffle, Jack Doherty. I'm going to divide these out a little, I think. Greg Browning, Howard Johnson. Now, Howard Johnson in 1991, you'd put him up here. I know that seems like a stretch now, but that's where he goes. Andy Bennis there. Now, managers, we're going to put the managers in their own category over here. Glenn Wilson, Tom Henke, John Russell, Brantley, Jeff Brantley. Let's be honest there. Superstar Kirby Puckett, Joe Baver, Darren Fletcher at this point was a prospect come from the Dodgers to the Phillies. A lot of hopes for him, but he still goes there. I mean, Jerry Don Clayton, let's be honest, this card's going to go in a very special spot. I'm going to hold on to this one, but for now it's here. Walt Terrell, Mike Harkey, another manager, of course, Jim Torborg, Mike Lacoste, Hector Oyla, Melvin Davis, Marty Barrett, Gary Wayne, Dennis Cook, Dave Rode down here, Mariano, Wickander, Kevin Romine, Mark Davidson, Jamie Navarro, Hall of Famer Eddie Murray, Jim Lawrence, Glenn Allen Hill. See, at this point, Glenn Allen Hill, you're like, oh, this is a superstar, so you'd put him up there. Trevor Wilson in a year or two, you'd want a Trevor Wilson card, but he'd still be down here. Brady, gotta go there. For that card alone, that Shane Mack card, I think I'd rank him a little higher. Former Padre turned Twin, batted .326 in 1990. But without a doubt, he's down there. And then Ruben Sierra. So there you go. We're not done yet here. But in 4 packs of cards, in 1991, based on 1990 success, you'd have 5 cards that you would consider absolute top-tier cards. Eric Davis, Howard Johnson, this would soon fall out of this tier. Kirby, Eddie, fading, but he's still Eddie. You still knew he was one of the best. And then Ruben Sierra, who is on the cusp, but I definitely think Sierra gets overlooked as one of the better players at the time. Biggio becomes a great card in a bit, but for right now, especially with this crease, God bless it, you want that there. Leonard's never going to get higher than this. Erickson will move up, but not now. Record breaker cards. Look, do I put Brett up here? Yes. Thick pin's right where it needs to be, but for this card, you're not going to get a lot for it. Andy Bennis, you'd think that he'd be put up here soon. I don't think he becomes the ace that everyone wanted him to be, but a good career nonetheless. Hankey's one of the best closers, but you're never going to rank him higher. By 1996, of course, Brady's up here. Glenn Allen and Alvin Davis, never. This is about as high as you're going to put Alvin Davis, even though he's a former Rookie of the Year. The rest of these players are complete junk cards. Complete junk cards. No value whatsoever, which is crazy to think. The most of baseball card collecting, especially during this junk wax era, is just sifting through these commons to essentially find one card. To explain, we'll move these down and we'll go with these guys. At this point in time, what is the one card you're going to come away with and maybe put in your collection? Eric Davis is definitely up there. Hojo's not. Eddie Murray's not. Sierra's not. Comes down to Kirby and Eric Davis. Which card do we think is ranked higher? Which card is the one with the best price? Alright, let me go to the is a football price guide. Let's go to October of 1992 price guide, and let's check. 1990 tops. Excuse me, 91 tops. My apologies. 91 Bowman. There's 91 tops. Alright, let's go. Sorry, I'm doing this on the fly. Alright, let's see which of these two cards is going to be our number one ranked card in this set. I'm predicting it will be Kirby. Card number 300. And then card number 450. Okay. Alright. Kirby Pocket is a 20-cent card. 550. Eric Davis is a common. The Ruben Sierra is 15 cents. Just to show you where it is, the Eddie Murray's 10 cents. So look at that. By the end of the 91 season and into the 92 season, you're looking at Kirby Pocket as the number one ranked card in this 4 packs of cards. What does this prove? Nothing. But it does prove that when you were collecting cards in the late 80s and early 90s, the decks were stacked against you. Or dare I say, the packs were stacked against you. Did I say stacked or stacked? You know what? I don't care. I'm just glad that I've added another Eric Davis to my collection. Thank you for listening. Thank you for hanging out and relaxing on this My Studio's Getting Hotter edition. And I'm on the road with Sports Card ASMR. Think of all this money that you think's in there. Instead, it's just a 20-cent Kirby Pocket card. We'll see you next time on Sports Card ASMR.